it's called a WIT person. Write this down, a WIT person. What does that mean? It means a whatever it takes, a whatever it takes kind of person. I am a warrior. I do whatever it takes, as long as it is legal, ethical, and moral, to win, to succeed, and to play and win the money game. Everyone understand? Yes? So that could be one of your supportive beliefs around being a financial success. Another thing that you could say is a supportive belief is that you could say, I am an excellent money manager. Say it with me. I am an excellent money manager. So if you want to believe that you're a financial success, then maybe you need to start telling yourself, I am an excellent money manager. Other things as well. How about this? This is true for me, and I'm sure it is for many of you. Again, this you could use this one to represent it. This is another one from Tony Robbins. Can I? So what does can I stand for? It is continuous and never-ending improvement. That means I continuously learn. So for me, for my reference to success, I can say, well, where is the evidence for that? Well, I mean, for a start, one day I was sat at a Millionaire Mind Intensive like you, and then I went on a journey. I took the programs. I came and I volunteered my time to stand at the back and to crew and to support the learners. Then I took a step up and became an ATT, or an assistant trainer in training. Again, volunteering to show up and learn. Then I took the next step and became an assistant trainer. And next weekend in Singapore, I'll make that final level. The first time I will be a lead trainer for the Millionaire Mind Intensive. Yes, thank you. So do you think that I've had to demonstrate continuous and never-ending improvement to get there? Yes or yes? Thank you. Now, anybody can do this. Anyone can be a continuous and never-ending improvement kind of person. That is the habit that you have that gives you the results, that you end up on stage, or that you end up doing this or that or the other. You know, I've ended up on stage with Robert Kiyosaki, but how it started is by reading his book. And then I thought, this is great. I'm going to read it again. I should read it again. And I read it at least 3 times in the first time that I had it. And then I've read it again and again. And then I found everything that I could do with him. I met his advisors and I worked together with Blair Singer, one of his advisors. I partnered up with him. I learned as much as I could from him. And then a few years down the line, I ended up being on stage with Robert Kiyosaki on multiple countries, on multiple continents, many different places around the world. So that was going from reading a book to standing on stage with Robert Kiyosaki. Just November, he invited me on stage to talk about how I was teaching my son using his cash flow board game. Everyone understand? Yes? Thank you. So this is an example of how I reference that belief of continuous and never-ending improvement. Are you beginning to understand? Yes? Okay, thank you. All right, good. I just want to make sure we're in context here. I can see some of you taking photos. That's fine. Please no video recording during this program. Everyone understand? Yes? All right, thank you. Just want to make sure that that was made clear earlier. All right, what else? Excellent money manager. I do whatever it takes. I am a continuous learner. And not only that, I also do this. To become a financial success, I also add massive value. What is it? Value. Massive what? Twice as loud. Massive what? Value. Massive value. Now, there's a saying, in order to get what you want, you just have to help enough other people get what they want. How do you do that? By adding massive value. Exactly. How many of you would be prepared to give something in order to receive massive value? Yes? You've got to give value to receive value. That's called exchange. That's the nature of the universe. Okay, there are some people that try and break those rules, and they often end up in prison. There are some people that get away with it. But in general, that's the risk. Everyone understand, yes? That's why we have these rules and these laws, to make sure people are in fair exchange. All right. Now, as I said, the more support legs you have, the stronger your belief. You don't just have to stop at 4. So I'm going to ask you in a moment to use a separate piece of paper. You've probably got one in your notebook there. You can use that if you want, because we're going to ask you to do this on a piece of paper that you can frame up on the wall. You can even tear out that page from your notebook. Doesn't matter if it's torn and jagged. It's the information and the memory that's important, not how perfect it looks. All right, so we're going to ask you in a moment to go ahead and draw that table. If you have not got the workbook, draw it on a separate piece of paper. Otherwise, you can use that page of your workbook. And you're going to label the table as wealth or financial success and create at least, what's the word, please? At least 4 reasons or references that support the belief that you can become a financial success. Thank you. Our AV guy's getting really excited. He's like, I want this, and he's pressing his buttons everywhere. So you've got to write down all of these references that support the belief that you can become a financial success and that you deserve success too. So you're going to draw your table and label the legs as your strengths. You can use any that you like. You can borrow ones that are similar to mine. You can say you're persistent, you're self-motivated. You could say you're a good marketer. You're willing to try new things. You're flexible. You're creative. You're strong. You're a great negotiator. You're a good leader, a good organizer. Maybe you're charismatic. Maybe you're positive. Maybe you're inspiring. Maybe you're compassionate or understanding. Maybe you have a good heart. Maybe you're tenacious. Maybe you're an expert in your field. Maybe you're understanding. Maybe you're young and you've got your whole life ahead of you. Or maybe you're older and you've got a fantastic range of experiences. Maybe you're just a nice guy or a nice lady. Or maybe you've got the know-how. Maybe you've got the JARS system now. You have that knowledge. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to draw that table and write as many legs as you can or as strong legs as you can. Everybody clear, yes? Hello? All right, very good. You have 2 minutes and begin. In silence, just writing. This is not a talking exercise. Just 30 seconds. Begin finishing up. And stop, and stop. Thank you. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, with a level 10 energy, Everybody, please stand up. Great job, good energy. All right, now, please stay standing for this exercise. Last time I put you into pairs and you sat down. When we ask you to stand up, it's because, let me ask you a question. You tell me, when you're standing up, is there more energy or less energy? What is it? What is it? Come on, twice as loud. Thank you, there is more energy. Now, when you learn, are you going to learn and remember more if you're awake or if you're asleep? Yes, that's why we have you stand up, because you're moving around, your energy is different. The energy feels different when you're standing up. Also, you remember things differently because your body is in a different position. So please, when we ask you to stand up and do a partner share, don't sit down, stay standing up. Now, if you're fasting or you've got something you're really, really weak, or you just have some disability, you need to sit down, that's okay. But if you don't have a reason, don't let your victim voice take you out and say, oh, I'm tired. Okay, sometimes on the path to wealth, does stuff feel tiring at times? Yes? And do you still need to push through that tiredness and just go there anyway? Yes? It is a practice. So start telling yourself, I'm a champion. If I feel tired, I'll stay standing up. Yes? Okay, of course, if you're fasting, you need to sit down. Don't faint. Take care of yourself and your partners. Good? We understand each of you have different needs, but most of you are sat down, and I know that's not really needed for most of you. All right, so I'm going to ask you, before you do anything, just find a partner, just one other person. If you don't find a partner, what I'd like you to do is just put your hand up like this and just walk out of the row, down to the corridor and head to the back of the room. Do that quickly. The minute that you haven't got a partner, just put your hand up and walk out. Why? Because then other people will see you and you can join up before you even get to the back. All right, 10 seconds, find a partner and decide who's going to be A and who's going to be B. Go. If you don't have a partner, raise your hand and head to the side. Thank you, good job. You found someone already? That's great. Hand up, walk out to the side and head to the back. Walk into the corridor and find a partner. All right, and stop, and stop, and stop, and stop. All right, the hand is up. Everyone hand up. Hand up. Everyone hand up. Hand up. Hand up. Everyone hand up. Thank you. Thank you. Why do I put the hand up? Because that way I know you can hear me. You can put your hands down now. Thank you. So what we say is when the hand is up, the mouth is shut. Yes. All right. So that way, if you see people with their hands up, oh, what's going on? Oh, I better stop talking. Pay attention. Good. All right. Thank you. Really appreciate how quickly we did that. Now, let me just check now. Is there anyone who's not got a partner? It needs to be just 2 of you, not 3. That's okay. If you haven't got a partner, I'll find you one. One over here. Thank you. Could you just head to the back of the room, please? Oh, a lady here. We've got you one. That guy, that little one that put his hand up. There you go. This lady, keep your hand up. Go to the corridor and find that person there. Can you see each other? Anyone else? One here. If you haven't got a partner, head to the back of the room. There you go. There's someone else with a hand up. Right and high. Nice and high. Look, turn around and walk to the back and see someone else with their hand up. Some over here. There you go. As soon as you see them, come together if you don't have a partner. Where are my crew? Where are my crew? I need my crew in the room. Where are my crew? I don't have something. Okay, crew. Can you help them out? If you see someone with their hand up, help put them together with someone else. Please raise your hand nice and high if you don't have a partner. Thank you. This person. Good. Anyone else? Over here. If you're still stood in the row, you are slowing us down. As soon as you don't have a partner, what do? You leave the row and you head to the back so we don't waste everyone else's time. Okay, if you see someone on their own, push them out of the row and get them going to the back. All right, one more time. If you don't have a partner, I'll sit over here. You're standing in your row. When you don't have a partner, it's okay, but you don't stay where you are because people can't find you. You're turning around, walk to the corridor. Thank you very much. Okay, so please follow my instructions. Doing this isn't going to get you a partner. Walk to the row and head to the back. Thank you. You need one as well, yes? No? Okay. Anyone else need a partner? At the back, okay, put your hand up. Keep your hand up. If you need a partner, put your hand up. All right, good. Thank you. Good job. Let's do this nice and quickly. Please. And there's some people sitting down here. Please stand up. Please stand up. Thank you. If you're sitting down, please stand up. Unless you're fasting, you really need to. Please do the standing up. Now, decide who's going to be A and who's going to be B. Just make a quick decision. Who's A and who's B? Ah, very good. Now, shh. Here is how this is going to work. I need you to pay attention. Everybody, eyes on stage. The hand is up. Wow, that's so great. Well done. Thank you. All right. So how this is going to work is in a moment, you're going to stand and look each other in the eye. And you're going to stand what we call stand in your power. Okay. So notice how I stand on stage. Do I come across as confident when I'm standing on stage? Do you see me kind of doing this? Do you see me moving around? No, I'm standing in my power. What that means is 2 feet, about shoulder width apart, comfortable, nice and straight, and shoulders back, and look your partner in the eye, like you have real confidence. Everyone understand, yes? This is your physiology. We talk about this a bit more later this evening, but this is your physiology. Stand in your power, tell your partner your support references one at a time, and you do it in present tense. Present tense means you say it like it's now, not I will be or I used to be. Okay, so if you are an excellent money manager, you stand in your power and you tell your partner, I am an excellent money manager. And you look them in the eye, you say it confidently and powerfully. Everyone understand, yes? So that's how you do it. Now, when you do this, you say it, even if you don't quite believe it, you say it as if you believe it. Do you understand? Okay, say practice, all right? As if you're extremely successful and you give the reasons why. One of the reasons I'm successful is because I'm an excellent money manager. Say it like you mean it. Okay, now, after each of those reasons, you pause. I'm an excellent money manager. Your partner looks you in the eye and they say, with confidence, that's true. Got it? So you're giving them support for this. Why? Why do we do this? How many of you realize that a lot of us do what we do and we try what we try because we want external validation? How many of you realize that's true? Now, some of you might say we shouldn't need that. And we're going to talk to you about that on day 3 and how to learn to let go of that. But for now, we're going to talk to the little voice in your head that just wants to have that external validation. Is that okay? So you're going to validate your partner by saying, that's true. Then you say the next one. I am a financial success because I'm a whatever it takes person. And your partner says, thank you. All right. So that's how it works. So you need to respond with a thank you when they say that's true. Got it? All right. So the validation makes that leg stronger. That's why we're doing it. It supports it. Then you say, another reason I am successful is because I add value to other people's lives. And you say, thank you. Good. Got it? Thank you. All right. Very good. Thank you. Now, by the way, online, you guys are going to be doing this in your breakout rooms in groups of about 4 or 5. Give it a little wave to our teams online. Hello, hello. Good to see you. You're going to be doing it in breakout rooms yourself. All right, in a moment. Thank you for that. Now, after your partner completes in the room, we can't do this one online. We can do this in the room. You're going to give your partner a hug. Okay, give them a hug, and you're going to whisper to them these words. I believe in you. Powerful, right? Say it quietly, but powerfully. I believe in you. Everyone say it with me like that. I believe in you. Quietly, but powerfully. One more time. I believe in you. Okay, hug them and say that into their ear as you hug them. Everyone understand, yes? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. All right, now, I am going to give you, let's do this. I'm going to give you 3 minutes as a pair. You are going to just take it in turns and switch on your own. So one person is going to say their one reason for success, The other person says that true. You say thank you, and then you swap so you don't miss anyone out. Got it? You keep swapping until you get done after the 3 minutes. Now, online, you'll go into a breakout room. When that, hold on. We're not done yet. Hold on, the hand is up. The hand is up. Thank you. Online, you're going to go into breakout rooms of 4 or 5 because sometimes not everyone has their camera on and they're not switched on. Okay, so you're going to play this game as best as you can. All 3 of the listeners are going to say that's true. And then after you get done, you can give them a virtual high five and say, look them in the eye and say, I believe in you. Online, does that make sense? Type in yes or make sense if that makes sense to you. Yes, thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Ida. Thank you, Jisheng. Okay, good. All right, are you ready? All right. And if you get done before the 3 minutes, just start again or do some different beliefs. Your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Hello, everyone. You in here? It's not.
Have a seat, please. Have a seat. Have a seat. Quickly, quickly. Very good. All right, fantastic. How was that? How many of you found that at least interesting, if not valuable? Yes? Yeah, wonderful. How many of you enjoyed hearing from your partner as well? How many of you thought, oh, that's quite a good idea. I'm going to borrow that. Absolutely wonderful. It's a great, one of the reasons we do this, where you're learning together with others, so you get this 360-degree learning. Not only are you learning by sharing, you're also learning by hearing from someone else, from their perspective, from their point of view. Does that make it different and more memorable? Yes? Exactly. So thank you for sharing with your partners. We really appreciate that. Now, the sheet that you've got, remember, you can take it home, you can frame it or put it up on the wall somewhere. You can see it every day and remind yourself of this. How many of you realize the value in reminding yourself of some things that you may already believe are to be true, but sometimes forget, yes? Yeah, because we get so distracted, don't we? Sometimes I don't know about you, but I just move on to the next thing. And I forget about stuff that was really important to me that I did many years ago. And now I'm like, oh gosh, I want to remember that's part of who I am. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's very important to remind yourself of things that are important to you in terms of your success references. Now, we're talking about belief changes this morning, and one of the most effective ways to change your beliefs is the use of even more cutting-edge technology. You've done some already this morning with Robert, and now we're going to use a new technique that makes use of the power of sensory mechanics. So, we're actually going to be using these 4 different areas here. Four different areas. It's VAKS or VAX. It's called VAX. What is it called, please? Thank you. It's VAX. That's right. What does that stand for? The V is for visual. That's right. A is for auditory. Absolutely. Well done. And the K is for kinesthetic. Kinesthetic. That has things to do with movement. And the S is something you may not know. That one is for spirit. The spirit. Now, we are going to do this process with some specific movements. And why we do that is because the movements help to integrate. What's the word? Thank you. Integrate the left and the right hemispheres of the brain, which helps to create whole brain learning. Whole brain learning, it really helps you to drive this new empowering conditioning deep into your subconscious. The idea is to choose an empowering belief or statement that you want to adopt and that you want to implant in your mind about yourself for the future, about yourself now or in the future. So, 3 keys, and you might want to write these down to help you remember. The first key is to make it short. Make it what? Thank you. Make it short. The second key is to make it in the present tense. What tense, please? Present tense. That's right. And then the third is to make it positive. Make it what? Now, when I say positive, I just mean we're not using the word not. Okay, so instead of saying, I don't want to be poor, we'll say, I do want to be rich, or whatever is the phrase that you're choosing. We're not using that word not. We're making it positive. Okay, so the first one we're going to do together is this, is I am an excellent money manager. And we're going to do movements for each of these VAKS. So in a moment, we're going to do these all together. All right, so what I'm going to ask you to do is to do them with me. So everybody, ladies and gentlemen, with a level 10 energy, please stand up. Great energy, well done. Now the first one we're going to do is visual. And how we do this is we take our hands like this in front of us and we interlink our fingers. Go ahead and do that. So you've got your fingers all interlinked and stick your thumbs up. And so you can look at your thumbs with your eyes. Now, okay, you can relax for a minute and just watch me. So what we're going to do, otherwise you'll be staring at your thumbs. We're going to be making a figure of 8 on its side, or an infinity symbol. And as we do this, we go up through the middle, up through the middle. But because this is visual, as you do this, you probably want to watch me for this, because I'm teaching you how to do it. Okay, I know I said put your hands there just to show you. All right, so you're going to look at your thumbs with your eyes, but keep your head still. Okay, watch me, don't do it. Okay, and watch my eyes. What's happening to my eyes and my head? My head's staying still and my eyes are following the figure of 8 of my thumbs moving around. Everyone understand? Yes? So that's what we're going to be doing first. So now you can go ahead, take that position and be ready to do this one together. So we're going to say all together, repeating over and over again, I am an excellent money manager as we do this, and begin. I am an excellent money manager. I am an excellent money manager. I am an excellent money manager. Say it with me. I am an excellent money manager. 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 And stop. Okay, very good. So that's how you do the first one. Now, some of you I saw doing this. Okay, we're not doing that. It's like a sideways figure of 8. It goes up and then down. So it's going like this. Up and then up and then up through the middle. Okay, some of you I saw doing some weird funky stuff like this. Okay, it's all right, we're learning. All right, good. So that's the first one. The next one, so that's the visual. The next one is auditory. And how we do this is we say I'm an excellent money manager, but we say it quite quietly. And we have our eyes closed. Keep your eyes open and watch me as I demonstrate. We have our eyes closed and we say, I am an excellent money manager. You see, I'm massaging my ears from top all the way to the top and all the way back down to the bottom. I am an excellent money manager. That's how we do it. Go ahead and take that position. Close your eyes and just say quietly together with me in unison. Ready? I am an excellent money manager. Again, I am an excellent money manager. A bit louder. I am an excellent money manager. 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 Good job. Well done. Well done. So that's how we do the second one. Now, the third one is kinesthetics. This is all about movements. So this one, again, please now just watch. Don't do this. What we're going to do is we're going to have our arms around about this position here in front of our body. Don't do it just yet. Just watch. Okay, and we're actually going to be doing crossovers like this, okay, with our knees going one way and our arms going the other. As we do this, we are going to look down at the ground, okay, so we're not using much of our eyes or ears for this one, so we're going to be going like this. I am an excellent money manager, like this, okay, and we twist our arms the opposite way to our legs. All right, so go ahead, take the position, ready, and again, say it together with me. I am an excellent money manager. Looking down, looking down at the floor. I am an excellent money manager. 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 Last time, twice as loud. I am an excellent money manager. Good job. And shake off, shake off. Good job. Now. Yeah. You're already feeling the energy. I didn't even have to ask you for that applause. You noticed the energy naturally just crescendoed up in the room. You're doing something very different, so it's wonderful. Now, the last one is spiritual. S is for spiritual. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to place our hands on our hearts and we're going to try and say it with feeling. Allow the emotion to come through to our heart. Try to really feel it. For those of you who are left-brainers like me, this is actually quite challenging for you. So dig deep and do the best that you can to try to be as open as possible. If you have a higher power, something that you believe in, something greater than you, then trying to connect with your higher power and say it, whether it's a prayer or a mantra or whatever you want to call that. Everyone understand? Yes? Okay, so we're going to put our hands on our heart. We will close our eyes and we'll say it with feeling. Say it all together with me. Close your eyes and begin. I am an excellent money manager. 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 One more, twice as loud. I am an excellent money manager. Good job. Turn to the person next to you, give them a high five and say, you have a millionaire mind. All right, now. All right. So are we clear how to do that? Yes? All right, now you're going to do it with your own personalized phrase. So you're going to remember or go back to your notes and find that first level of passive income from yesterday. Remember it? So what is your first level of passive income? And you're going to say this phrase. Just listen to me first. It's I earn at least, and then that number, a year in passive income. So you insert that number. So it could be I earn at least £500,000 in passive income, or whatever the word is for you. Everybody clear? Yes? All right. So let's do this first of all with the visual. So everybody get that number in your head and hands out in front of you, and let's do this together. Ready? And begin. I earn at least £500,000 a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. One more time, twice as loud. I earn at least a year in passive income. Good job. Yes. Let's check it out. Check it out. Here we go. Next one. Are you ready? So we're going to have our hands on our ears. We're massaging from the top all the way round to the bottom of our ears and back up to the top as we say, I earn at least however much a year in passive income. Ready? And go. I earn at least. Close your eyes. I earn at least a year in passive income. Say it together. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. And one more time, twice as loud. I earn at least a year in passive income. Yes. Right, next up, it's the kinesthetic. So it's the one head down, looking at the ground. You can keep your eyes open so you don't hurt your neighbours. All right, and we're going to do this together. I earn at least. Ready? I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least. And one more time, twice as loud. I earn at least a year in passive income. Yeah. Are you starting to feel this? You are doing so well. You really are. Thank you. All right, last one. For some of you, this is the most important. Hand on your heart and just connect with yourself, connect with your higher power if you have one. And let's go deep into the spirit as we close our eyes and say it with real emotion, real passion, real meaning. And close your eyes and begin. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least a year in passive income. I earn at least, and one more time, twice as loud, I earn at least a year in passive income. Wonderful. Turn to the person next to you, give them a high five and say, you have a millionaire mind. All right, very good, very good. Go ahead and have a seat, please. Have a seat. Have a seat, have a seat. Thank you to those of you online, joining us online. That's awesome. Good job, good job. Now, how many of you realize that this 3-day program is just the beginning? Yes? See, if some of these things that we give you, even if just one of these things you take it home and implement it, will it help you remember some of the feelings that you had here about what you really want for your life? Will it help you remember some of the lessons that you had here in the coming days and weeks and months? Yes? So that's why we're giving you tools that you can repeat. You can what, please? What, please? One more time. What, please? One more time. Twice as loud as you can. Thank you. You can repeat. Good energy. You can repeat these. The key is in repetition. Some of you might not know, I've been training in martial arts this year for 30 years. Thank you. And my son, he's 5, and he still said to me recently, he says, Daddy, why do you still go to karate classes? He wants me to stay and play with him, right? He says, but you don't need to, you're a black belt. You don't need to go. Why do you do it? And I said, I do it so I'm always ready. How many of you realize we sometimes need to guard against our own victim voice, our little voice in our head? Yes? So this is a training. I've committed to always training, to always be fit, to always be ready, no matter what. And if you put just a little bit of this in your daily life, watch miracles occur. Good. All right, how many of you like the sound of that? Yes, turn to the person next to you, give them a high five and say, I like the sound of that. Now, we have been talking about the jars, haven't we? The jars. Now, how many of you yesterday when I made that example about laughing on the stage, I'll start managing it when I've got some. How many of you think, well, it wasn't quite that bad, Alan, but I would like to have some more income to put into the jars. If that's true, if you raise your hand and say aye. Thank you. See, how many of you realize it would be a lot easier and you could achieve financial freedom a lot faster if you could put a lot more money into your financial freedom account? Yes? Yeah, exactly. So would it be okay if we showed you a way that you could put more money in your jars? Yes, thank you. How many of you want double the money in your jars? Thank you. How many say, no, I don't want double. I don't want double. I want 5 times as much. How many of you want 5 times? Thank you. How many say, no, I haven't raised my hand yet. I want to 10x it. How many of you want 10 times the money? Thank you. Now, some of you, by the way, if I showed you a way you could do that, would you listen? Would you? We will see. We will see. Because I'm going to show you a way for how you to do that. Now, some of you in the room are maybe a little bit skeptical. Don't worry, that's okay. That's natural. That's a little victim voice creeping in. I'll tell you why. I was sat in the seat that you're at right now, and I was a bit skeptical the first time I came. Just the way my conditioning had been. It was like, oh, there's always someone out to scam you. There's always someone, you've got to watch out. People aren't good. And because of that, I had some barriers. But let me tell you this. When I implemented some of the things that I'm going to teach you and some of the things that we will show you in some of our advanced programs too, my own business skyrocketed. In my first year in business, it was like less than 25K the first time that I started in business. But within 1 year, it went to over 300K. And I'm talking in pounds, which is a stronger currency than the dollar. So that is more than 10x in 1 year. And that was just my second year. A matter of years later, it then jumped up to well over 2 million from that 25K. So I 100x'd my business in a matter of years. I'm saying this to you not to show off. It's not to impress you, but it's to impress upon you that even for a skeptic, sometimes what is beyond your wildest dreams is possible. I used to project my business forward and say, oh, look, next year I'll take what I did this year and just add 10%. Why? Because that sounded what? Realistic. But I realized that even with that mindset, sometimes realistic was just what I was holding myself back with. How many of you understand what I'm talking about? Yes? How many of you have ever held yourself back because you have said, oh, I don't think that's realistic for me? Be honest, show of hands. If you've ever done that, it's okay, be honest. Thank you. How many of you have never held yourself back with a limiting belief like that? Okay, so some of you didn't put your hand up the first time. All right, let me ask you again. Be honest, please. It helps me and it helps you. How many of you have ever held yourself back with a limiting belief? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I've done it too. I did it too. So if I show you a way, will you be prepared to listen? Yes? Thank you. Because there is a couple of secrets. Would you like to know them? A couple of secrets to putting more money in your jars. The first secret to earning a lot of money is that you will probably have to do this. You'll probably have to own a business. Say it out loud together with me, please. Own a business. Thank you. You'll probably have to own a business. Why do I say that? Well, because statistics show that over 90% of self-made millionaires did it in their own business. Now, yesterday, we talked about passive income, and Robert was on stage here talking about passive income and how to create your financial freedom account, to create your golden goose. Now, with that, that's a fantastic way of creating passive income. But right now, this morning, we are here to focus on something called unlimited income. And that is because wealth rule number one is this. Wealth rule number one is this. No limits on your income. No limits on your income. Tell your neighbor, no limits on your income. Exactly. Now, what do I mean by this? What do I mean? Again, I'm talking to my skeptics here again. We're not talking about unlimited income. We're not saying unlimited like infinite income. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying no limits. I'm saying there is no cap. There is no salary cap. It's saying that, look, let me put it this way. How many of you right now are in a job or in a kind of a work where you exchange your time for money, whether it's an hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly rate? Just by show of hands. You're either in a business where you exchange by the hour, keep them up nice and high, or you're in a job. Thank you. So that's fair. Most of you probably are in that position. But what is the problem with that? Is if you're exchanging your time for money, then you are being paid for your time. How much time do you have? 24 hours in a day, right? So if you're limited by 24 hours a day and you've got to sleep and you've got to eat and take care of business, then you must be therefore limited on your income. Because your time is limited, therefore so is your income. There is a ceiling on what you can earn. And also, if you're in a job, then do you own your means of production? No, your employer owns you. Some of you might say, well, yeah, but I'm in a very high-paying job. But then the higher-paying job often comes with also a high level of what? Responsibility. So you go and take that 1 week. How many of you have been on a week's vacation with your family and you're in a high-level job and that phone call comes through and you have to take care of some business? How many of you have ever had that happen? Yeah, exactly. If you're in a good job, often that will happen to you as well. So sometimes you might have good money, but not a lot of freedom. So we're talking about creating freedom and no limits on your income, because we're going to get it away from being an exchange of time for money. Now, of course, so, by the way, where are my business owners? Thank you. And hands down. And where are those of you who are not yet in your own business? You don't have your own business yet. Hands up nice and high so I can see you. Nice and high, really high, really high. Thank you. Okay, good. Thank you. So it probably looks like about a quarter or a third of the rim, just under a half there, I think. Now, for those of you who are in a job, who talk about being in a job, you don't have to leave your job straight away to start a business. Now, I started my business part-time on the side. I started out as an English language teacher, teaching English speakers how to read and write properly who couldn't pass their exams. I did a little bit of maths as well, just some basic stuff for adults who had not passed their school exams. And as I was doing that on the side, I was starting my business. So I didn't have that risk, that fear of letting go of my income. I did it on the side. So that's what you can do. You can start it on the side and grow it from there with no risk. How many of you would like to know the second secret to unlimited income? How many? How many? All right, good, very good. The second secret is all about this. It's all about this. The second secret is it's all about business is a learnable skill. It is a learnable skill. Business success is a learnable skill. It is not something you're born with. How many of you know a newborn baby that's good at business? Anyone? No, we don't get born with this stuff. It has to be a learnable skill. There's no genetics about it. Business is a very recent addition to the development of human beings, relatively speaking. It can't be genetically endowed. It has to be a learnable skill. And so to help you to make millions with that skill, we created, half put it together, one of our most popular programs, which is our world famous Gorilla Business Intensive. And our Gorilla Business, when I say gorilla, what do I mean? I'm not talking not that kind of gorilla. All right. What kind of gorilla do I mean? I'm talking about unconventional. I'm talking about street smart. I'm talking about doing things the way that big businesses don't do it. Okay? It's Gorilla Business Intensive. That's the name of the program. And the tagline is this. It's how to create wealth quickly in any business you choose. Now, the theme of this program is this. If you are going to work hard anyway, you might as well get rich, and the quicker the better. Yes or yes? Thank you. Let me check in with you. Where are my hard workers in the room? Those of you that work hard, where are you? Where are you? The hard workers. All right, good. Look, if you work hard, you might as well get rewarded for it. Yes? Exactly. You might as well get rewarded. How many of you want more rewards? Come on, that was weak. How many of you want more rewards? Thank you. Say it like you mean it. Exactly. That's right. If you want more rewards, then you need a system. What's the word, please? Thank you. A system. And let me tell you this. If you don't have these things in place, there are going to be some things that you are not doing. I'm going to teach you some of these things here in just a minute. But if you are not doing all of these things, I can guarantee you, you are leaving millions and millions on the table. Millions on the table. Now, is it okay with you if I take just a few moments to explain to you what this program is, what it entails, and at the same time to teach you some of the valuable principles from that program? Is that okay? Hello? Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So this is about how we in our system help to create unlimited income. And by the way, if you're in a job right now and you're not sure if you want to start your own business, maybe, how many of you would love to start your own charity? Anyone here like that? I'd love to start my own charity or be into giving. Yeah. What is a charity? A charity is a business without private shareholders. You've still got to operate in a way that keeps you alive, that helps make a surplus so you can reinvest to help the charity going, so you can help more and more people. So it's the same principle for charity as well as it is for business. And by the way, if you're in a job and you don't want to do a charity and you don't want to do a business, everything that you can learn from this piece I'm teaching you right now and from coming on Gorilla Business Intensive will make you 100 times more valuable in your job. And at the very least, get you those big promotions, those big pay rises. All right? Now, will you be, if you're valuable in your job, will you be the first out of the door or the last out of the door? What will you be? You'll be the last. If you're the most valuable person, you will be the last out of the door. Now, by the way, I'm going to be giving you some value here. I'm going to be giving you a lot of value from the program, as well as sharing with you this information. I'll keep it punchy and I'll keep it short. And in return, I'm going to ask you for one thing. Is that okay? Can I ask you to stay seated and stay where you are just until I get done before you let you go for lunch? Is that okay? Do you agree? Thank you. Anybody not? All right. Thank you very much. So just stay seated. I'll get this done efficiently so that you can take the decision that you need to make, and then we'll get you off to lunch. Now, I'll also be giving you not only some valuable principles that will teach you directly from the program to increase your income right away, whether you own your own business or have a job. I'm also going to be giving you in a moment a very special seminar special tuition. Why? I want to wake you up. Why do I want to wake you up? Because I want you to have unlimited income. What are the words? Unlimited income. That's right. I want you to have unlimited income. Why? Because I deserve that. Each and every one of you deserves that. I believe you deserve that. And I believe that you deserve to have that so you can help the people around you. Now, as I teach you and I give you some of this information, ask yourself, am I doing each and every one of these things that he's talking about already? I guarantee you're not doing every single one of them. And I guarantee you're not doing them to the maximum at the moment. And if that's true, you are leaving, as I said, money on the table. You're leaving money on the table. Now, as I said earlier, you guys have mentioned you would like to earn more money. Yes? Double or 5 times or 10 times. How many of you would love to earn 100 times the money? Yes? Thank you. That's more like it. I love the energy. Thank you. Now, you know it's possible to earn 100x. You know that's possible. And that is exactly what you'll learn at the Gorilla Business Intensive. You will learn how to create a business that is specifically designed to produce wealth for you. Now, I get excited about this because I get to share the exact strategies that Harv taught on the program to me, and that he used to create millions of pounds in his own business and to help thousands of students all around the world to do the same as well. Now, I used these strategies in my own business as well. I've told you about my own results. And here's the thing. If I can do it, so can you. Everybody say it with me. Say, if he can do it, so can I. Once again, if he can do it, so can I. This is a very valuable thing. This is about modeling. Modeling, what's it called? Thank you. That's exactly what I did when I'd lost everything in the fire. I was like, you know what? I want to change my life. So I sought out successful people and I modeled what they did. I modeled what they did. That's exactly what we're going to be showing you how to do. And by the way, I told you I'm a property investor, right? But I didn't start in property. I started in business. That's how I made my first money. Then I invested in property. Sure, I had some techniques. I learned how to invest with some no money down property, but mainly how I did it was by making money through business that I then used to invest and to start the snowball effect of investing. And then I continued to make the majority of my money through business. That's how I started it, and that's how I continue to do it. Now, there are 2 elements that I want to show you, because to be able to bring this program all the way here to Asia, here to Malaysia, we've actually combined 2 of our most popular programs from around the world. The first one is called Gorilla Business School. What's it called? Thank you, Gorilla Business School. And the second is our world's greatest marketing seminar. What's it called, please? World's greatest marketing seminar. Thank you. We combined those because those 2 were 5 days each. We found that for some people that was just too much It was just a big investment of time and money. So we combined those two together into one super program, as you know, called Gorilla Business Intensive. So let me teach you a few of the things that you're going to learn. One topic is how to generate $1 million ideas every 60 seconds. Some of you like the sound of that, yes? How many of you have a business where if you had just the right idea, you've already got some systems in place, you could skyrocket your income? How many of you have a business where you could do that? Yes? Come on, how many of you? All of you, if you have a business already, you just need to make a few tweaks to really start growing your income. Sometimes it's not as big a deal as you think. One simple idea can revolutionize your business straight away. Now, some people say, thanks, my current business won't make me millions. I don't think it will. I can't see it. I can't believe it. I've been doing it for years. Just restructuring your business in one simple way can change the way your business operates entirely. Your profit could be suddenly skyrocketed. And a Gorilla Business Intensive, you will learn to find and create super hot business opportunities that will make you rich. And we call it Gorilla Business Intensive. Why? Because it is very intense. It is an intense program. People are there in the program. They're calling their teams on the program. They're saying, hey, look, do this, do that, do the other. And then they come back to the room after the break. And then a day later, they're standing up and they're sharing with the room how suddenly getting awesome sales results, new income, new revenue, new profit margins, new sources of income. Everyone understand? Yes? So this is Gorilla Business Intensive. Now, by the way, we're also going to teach you about something called Street Smart Financing. What are the words? Street Smart Financing. Thank you. What that means is how to get the startup or operating capital that you need whenever you need it. Now, in my world, through business and in property, I have raised hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds over and over again without asking anybody to finance anything. Now, however, this is not about me. This program is about you, and you will learn the secrets of street smart negotiation tactics. What kind of tactics? Negotiation tactics or strategies that work in the real world. And these will save you or make you thousands and thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars in business and everyday life. Now, in my experience, I put these strategies to use in property investing. And when I had a deal to make, I was buying 4 properties from one lady once. And those 4 properties, I think they were worth £175,000 each. And as I was talking to her, I thought, right, I've got to get this at a deal. I've got to use my negotiation tactics. And in a phone call, one phone call with a lady, do you want to know how much I saved? Do you want to know? I saved £100,000 in one phone call. £100,000 by getting £25,000 discount on each one. How many of you think that was a significant discount? Yes, absolutely. From 175 to 150. Now, that's totally possible in the world of property because there are a lot of money moving and different people have different situations. You can use these negotiation strategies that you learn at the program with a 7-word phrase. How many words? Thank you. In this 7-word phrase. Now, you have to have the context for that phrase to be able to use it effectively. The context. No videoing, please. Photos are okay. All right. Now, you have to use the context to use this phrase correctly. And you learn that on the program. You say, duh, 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 duh. I used this technique and saved 100,000 just in that one phone call, in that one deal. But I actually use this in my day-to-day life all the time, in business. And also, by the way, how many of you got kids here? How many of you got children? How many of you realize there's some negotiating going on there? Yes. How many of you have negotiations multiple times a day? Yes. Absolutely. So you can use this in your home, in your personal life as well. But some of you, I know what you're thinking. Some of you have that little voice coming up in your head right now saying, but Alan, I don't want to screw anybody over. How many of you think like that? Yes? It's okay. It's okay. How many of you think I don't want to screw anyone over? Do you think that? Do you guys like screwing people over in Malaysia? Let me ask you again. How many do not want to hurt anyone when you do negotiating? That's what I thought. You don't want to hurt other people. So when you negotiate, we teach you how to do what we call win-win negotiating. What are the words, please? Thank you. It's win-win. It's not manipulation. It's finding the common ground, helping people out with your negotiation. Okay, in my example with that lady, she wanted to sell 4 of her houses and she wanted to sell them quickly. And she could have gone on she was already on the open market. She could have waited, but she didn't want to. So was it helpful to her that I came in quickly? Yes. And was that of value to her? Yes. Look, if it wasn't valuable, would she have agreed to it? No. She only agreed because it was of value to her. I wasn't forcing her with a gun to her head. Everyone understands?